And we're live. So we're looking at the markets here. Of course, on the daily chart and NQ, at a bit of a smaller range on Friday. Markets look pretty choppy. NQ looks choppy here. So does ES. We can see clearly choppy. Not seeing unusual volume. Despite a bit of a range there on RTY. Also, doesn't look as choppy, but it is still choppy. YM. Still a long way to set up. Seems YM and RTY. As a matter of fact, gold looks like it might set up actually. Seems NQ wants to set up to the short side. Appears that way. But we'll see. Looks really bullish on the daily chart. Gold seems to be the instrument that will set up first if we continue to see buying here. But we'll be patient and wait. There isn't any scheduled news here today. We have FOMC on Wednesday, Fed Chair Powell speaking on Friday. Let's see. Not quite. Not quite set up yet. Seeing some buying come back here into NQ. Let's see. Goodness me. Where's pre-market? Oh, there's some room up to the pre-market highs. But the 687s. We'd have to navigate this level. But we're looking at gold for now. Seems we're about to set up on gold. Just getting ready to take a long trade here. Today seems to be a bit of a slower day, a bit choppier. So I may not be as aggressive in terms of getting into the other instruments. About 28 seconds to the candle close. We'll see here. Buyers have come in already off that 200. Let's get ready. I'm just going to go long. So I'm going long here. I'm going to place my stop up at 29. Target's up at 42. We'll see here. Of course, the market could come into this VWAP, turn around, and stop me out. But I've gone long now. You can see the risk reward isn't really positive here. Losing 6.7 if my stop is hit. Potentially picking up 6.3 if my target is hit. Across the board, still chopping around on NQ in a bit of a range. Not very good at trading ranges. Similar on RTY. RTY? I mean ES. Look bullish with these higher lows, but seem to be in a bit of a range. RTY heading down a bit. YM, we're trading back inside. It seems as everything seems to be pulling back at the same time, which is a bit don't know what to make of it, to be honest. YM's pulling back. Why all the indexes, your ES, RTY, YM, and Q, they're all pulling back, and gold seems to be pulling back at the same time. Oh wow, quite a bit of selling coming in there on ES. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Quite a bit of selling there. So probably going to see a volume spike about NQ. Seeing that selling as well. It's interesting. Consolidated. Then broke down pretty strongly there. Are they trying to trap shorts into going short and then rallying the market higher? I'm not sure. But the selling on the main indexes is being transferred over here onto the gold. Not to the same extent, but we are seeing selling there as well. Gotta be a little bit careful here. Gotta be a little bit careful. Got about 55 seconds to candle close. I have to decide whether I'm going to close the position early or whether I'm going to allow this large engulfing candle on ES and essentially NQ to influence me. That's the question, whether I'm going to take a smaller loss or stick with the plan. You know what? I'll stick with the plan for now. I'll stick with the plan for now. We'll see. May prove to be the wrong decision. Hmm. There does appear to be room to the upside here on gold. The target isn't above the pre-market highs. If you come into the VWAP, we're seeing selling here. Well, seeing buying come back into the indexes. Hoping that we see that follow through over on gold. Yeah, so we're seeing the buy up in the indexes. Large engulfing candle down. Not seeing that follow through. Very next candle, recovering most of the move down. Seeing it across the board here. Of course, my focus at the moment is... Oh, what's going on here? My focus at the moment is, of course, on gold. Not a fan of the fact that we closed away from the highs, but wait and see here. Definitely would like for this candle here to close bullish, showing that we are holding the 200. Definitely, that's what I want to see. Wouldn't want to see a wicked candle that closed bearish. Not after being bought up, along with the other indexes. Best case scenario, break above these highs on this candle currently. But, you know, I'll stay patient and wait, because anything can happen. Price could still turn around, hit my stop, lose just over 30, close to 35, if that happens. I'm just going to look across the board. See, we've broke these. Are these the pre-market lows? I'm not sure. Appear to be. Yeah, pre-market lows. So we came down into pre-market lows. Buyers have stepped back in. Yeah, came into the pre-market lows. Buyers have stepped back in. Back into the range here. On ES. ES seems to have greater relative strength because we're quite a bit away from the pre-market lows. So ES seems to have greater relative strength in comparison to its partner instrument, which is NQ. RTY, let's see. RTY has greater weakness in comparison to its counterpart, which is our YM. So we've pulled back a bit, whereas YM seems to want to head higher. Test the regular trading hours highs. That's what it looks like at the moment. Anything can happen, of course. Seeing the buyers step in here on gold, which is our GC. Seems we're onto the December contract. I'm actually surprised it's starting to play out a little bit like I was hoping. Let's see, 2 minutes to the highs. I don't think we'll get there. But if we close near the highs of this candle, I suppose it's a good sign. But I must say, anything can still happen. We could come into this area, double top, turn around, go on to hit the stop. So we'll stay patient here. Just stay patient. Of course, there is a level. Where is that level? There's a level just below where my target is at 41. My target's at 42. Yeah, there's a level at 41. You do have to be aware of that. My target's up at 42, but there is a level sitting at 41 that could prove problematic. At the moment, we can see there price is pulling back a little bit here from the view up. Continue to hold the position and wait. Got about 52 seconds to candle close. We're about to attack the highs on YM. Regular trading hours highs. That's what it seems like. It's not only regular trading hours highs, it's high of day. Interesting. YM seems to have strength. Definitely has the strength. A shift to industrials. Interesting. Well, we're still in our gold position, so let's go with the gold. Okay, good, nice, strong close there, near the previous highs that we pulled back from. Closed above the VWAP there. Hoping that we do follow through, break out above these highs. There aren't any sellers there. We have a quick run to 40. That's what I'm hoping happens, but this market could turn around. Could just break the highs. Sellers dump. Drive us back below the 200. Not the 200. The VWAP, which is blue line. And the 200. That is the case. I'm not sure if I'll hold all the way down to my stop. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. See, that VWAP could still act as a potential resistance here, even if we were to clear the highs briefly. Could see sellers come back in. Nothing's guaranteed here. Nothing. Suppose I could put in that 41 level, which could be a bit of a headache for me if prices were to get up there. Just going to put it there in blue. Keeping my target at 42. Just broke the highs there by a couple of ticks. Let's see if the sellers have camped out there. Indexes are looking a lot better here. I suppose we did say ES was leading in Q. There we are. ES was there, just broken through pre-market. Are there pre-market highs? Not quite. One of the most significant swing highs in the pre-market during Asian session. So we've got these highs over here from the market open, sitting at 93.75, so around about 94. Got those highs to take out. Again, we're looking at something. Let's have a look at our gold. Okay, so gold. Sellers haven't stepped in yet. So we up at 13 at the moment. 14, almost 15. 18. Definitely heading in the right direction. Still no guarantees that this trade will be successful. Absolutely zero guarantees. This market could still just turn around on a whim. Still could turn around on a whim. I think I'll set an alert at that 41 level that I'm a bit concerned about. Around the 41. Definitely calling two minds. Oh, hold on, battery's low. Hold on. this quick run up. Are they going to target that 41? I think whoever should just take profit at 41, try to get back in lower for that move up to 42. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Got to make a decision right now. We just hit 40.6. It's 4 ticks away. I've got to make a decision right now. Seems that we're running all the way up there. Okay. So if we get out, could potentially pick up 2. Get back in at 40. 41's been hit. Oh, come on. Make a decision. Make a decision. I'm going to keep it at 42. I'm not going to try to get out of 41 and get back in 40 to target 42. I'm going to keep it at 42. Who knows? May come to regret it. Oh, look at that. I would have been back in. Huh. That's how quickly these decisions needs to be made. See, we've just had to move back down to 40. So could have got out 41, got back in 40 for that move up to 42. Somehow decided that I was going to wait for 40. Let's see. Break, 2 candle. Let's think about this. Let's think about this. Could have picked up an extra 2 points. Would it be an extra 2 points? No, we'd lose 1. We'd pick up an extra point. Let's see. Probably it only makes sense to get back down to say 39. You know what? I'm going to stick with the 42s here. And the goal of sticking with the 42s is I didn't make a decision quick enough. I had plenty of time to think about it. I didn't. See, I still can do it now. Price is at 41, still hanging around. You know what? Price is just hanging around at 41 too much. So, tried to get out of 41. Got out of 41. 41, I believe. Let's make sure. Yep, 41. I'm going to be very aggressive and ambitious here. See, that's 6 ticks away from the 42. 6 ticks away. Who knows? Who knows? I know. Then again, there's plenty of room to the upside. Is targeting 39 being too aggressive? If we hit 42, the trade idea is over. So, I'm going to be a little bit aggressive here.
Order submitted.
Place the order at 39. Price is hit 42. I'll cancel the order. I've got an alert already set for 42. It's 5 ticks away. We just hit 41.5. Of course, I could get back in where I've previously got out at 41, 41.7, 3 ticks away. 41.9. So 1 tick away. So they've left about 9 or so ticks because it seems I got out 41.1. This should be it now. We just hit 41.8. Let's see. Let's see here. Still only 1 tick away. .7. Now I'm not sure if we're going to come all the way back down to 39 now. Not sure. Close pretty. What did we close there? Close about 41.3. About 3 ticks away. Not sure. Could get back in. Oh, I think that was it. Let's check my alerts. Yep, just hit 42, 43, just like that. So, just hit 42, 43. Got out of 41.1. Definitely left 9 ticks on the table. Didn't completely follow the plan. Not follow the plan at all. Would have hit target, but let's follow the second part of our plan and cancel the order. So definitely should have been up over 30 here. I'm only up 26. Closing the position early. So prices got up to 43. Target was 42. Think I might walk away here. The other instruments are chopping around. It's definitely tempting to try get back in here at the 41.1s. Try target the 42s. But definitely could get back in. Target the original target. But the target's been hit. So if the market, for us to get back in, the market's reverse hit my stop, I'll be very disappointed in my performance. Because if those 9 ticks were so important to me, I should have stuck with the plan rather than get out at 41. Should have just simply have held to 42. So before I make a bad decision, I think I'm going to end. Hold on a second here. I was about to end the stream. Just looking at YM at the moment. So just looking at YM. YM's looking like it might set up in the next 20 minutes or so. Depends if price continues to develop here to the upside. Seems to have the greater relative strength today. We're looking at an instrument that's making new highs on the day. Its counterpart RTY still lagging a little bit. Only other instrument that seems to be setting up would be ES. And Q seems to be having some difficulties as it chops around in a bit of a range. You can see there, price is pulling back. Wow. So the buyers have come back in. Okay, that's interesting. Had a selling there. Buyers step back in. It's definitely... Oh, hold on. You know what? No. I did cancel that.
Order submitted. Order canceled.
Can't let FOMO get the better of me here. Getting out of trade early, I can't let that have too much of an impact on me psychologically. And in order to get those 9 ticks, get in after the trade idea has played itself out. So I'm just going to have to just accept it as the one that got away. If I'm still here, there is still the possibility of a re-entry long. So it's more being patient here and waiting. Wow. Seems that we've got some movements here in ES. Okay. We broke through the... Yeah, we just broke through the highs from the overnight when the market opened on Sunday. Just broke above them there, around the 94s. Interesting. See if the sellers come back in here. Seems the market wants to head higher in alignment with the daily chart of the NQ. So the next instrument appears to be setting up. See, the buyers have come back in here on gold. Again, buyers have come back in. The daily chart, there is still room to the upside here. There is still room. There is still room. Ah, goodness me. Seems we're going to get to that 42 again. Seems that way, doesn't it? Am I willing to take the risk? It just seems that this wants to go higher. Being brought back up several times.
Order submitted.
I'm just going to put the order out there. I'm just going to take the risk. I'm going to take the risk if I can get in at 40.9 to get out at 42. Doesn't seem I'm going to be filled. Nope, not going to be filled. Price just hit 42 again. Seems I'm allowing recency bias to... Let's see, prices are pulling back here. It seems that the buying up that was seen on the candle is playing a bit of a recency bias here with me. Where I am. Market goes down. I think, well, it's the right decision to stay out. Market starts to go back up. I think I'll just try to get back in.
Order canceled.
I've got to stay disciplined here. I've really got to stay disciplined. Thought about that 40.9, but to get out at 42, which would have worked in hindsight. It's got to stay disciplined here. Are we really going to see another pull back down to that level? Thing is, I had a bad feel, and the plus I've got out early. Not really maximizing opportunities, am I?
Order submitted.
I've given in.
Order filled.
I've given in. I have given in to the torment. What was the original stop now? What was the original stop? Completely forgot. 29. Seems the S is breaking out here pretty strongly. Yeah, breaking out pretty strongly there. So I'm looking for a move up to 42 here on, just hit 46, 41.6. Looking for the move up to 42 here on gold. Like I said, I've given in several times. I've had a better opportunity to get in for a move up to that 42. Finally given in 48.9, 42. So finally picked up that 42 there. So at least that psychological trigger has now been eliminated. Picked up 6 there. Picked up 27 on the first. Total there after commissions, we got 32. So that psychological anxiety has been somewhat satiated. Now, ES looks like it's about to set up. Let's have a look. If I had to move down, trigger the shorts, relative strength is greater in ES in comparison to NQ. We're coming up to the 5,600 though. Is that the all-time high? I don't believe so. Oh no, it's not nowhere near the all-time high. It's near an important level though. We sold off big Thursday the 1st of August. We sold off big from that 5,000, from the high of 5,600.75 on the daily chart. Sold off big from this 5,600 level here. We're trading through it. 5,601. Sold off big there on ES on the daily chart. So, not sure if you want to take that. Not sure. Certainly not sure about that. Gold is pulling back. Big level on the daily chart. Let's see. Big level. Probably could get daily chart up, couldn't I? Not sure if I want to load even more data. Let's see. Find a daily chart somewhere. One day. Second here. Yes. So I'll just bring over the chart that I'm looking at. So horizontal line. So this is a chart I'm looking at. And it's this high here that's of concern. If I had to pull back to that 5,600, and then we had this huge sell-off here from a daily chart perspective. So we're currently testing at 5,600. Actual highs at 5,600.75. So you might say 5,601 just to round it up. 5,601. So we've had prices currently testing that level. Possibly there may be sellers there. So that's what's keeping me out of the long here on. Hold on, I need to put this chart somewhere. Is that chart? Yeah. That's keeping me out of a long on ES at the moment. Thing is, we're about to get a setup long on both ES and actually YM. Problem I've got now is ES is coming to resistance, and if this ES resistance holds, it could drag down not only ES but also YM with it. That's what I'm concerned about. So the previous highs were around at 6,075. We've got to the 0225. We've seen a bit of a pullback here. Nothing unusual about it. Not an unusually large pullback. It's not really an engulfing candle as such. But as it is a daily level, I'm a bit concerned about it. Definitely a bit concerned. I've had this run here to the upside. I think I should probably be patient. Wait for more information. Well, I've still got 2 minutes to decide. That's a great thing about the 5-minute chart. You get a lot of time to decide. 5-minute charts is pretty much slow pitches. Not long after both the ES and YM are going to set up, and Q seems to be about to enter that phase of its cycle here today. Now I've got a decision to make on whether I take the long trade. Current range on NQ is 162.75. So that's pretty middle of the road. Pretty middle of the road. That's not a lot of volatility. So we're seeing all that selling. We're getting bought back up. Got a decision to make here. I've got 1 minute to make a decision. Then Q could potentially run towards its highs from previous day, which would have been Friday, up at 683. Let's see if it could run up there. 34 seconds to make a decision here on both ES and YM. RTY seems to be heading in the upwards direction. So off the 200, seeing buying, off the 200, seeing buying there. Finally got through the 200. retest, buying off the 200. How fortunate was I getting out when I did? Look at that. 20 pieces. Okay. Candle close. So let's think about this. Would have triggered a long entry on ES. Let's see what the target would have been. $11.75. Would have triggered a long entry on YM. Let's have a look with the target. $41,083. That's where the target would have been on YM. This is where the target would have been on ES. So got a target up at 11.75 on ES. If I would have taken this trade here, RTY, not RTY, it was YM. YM, looking at 41,083. But because of that daily level, even though we've had the selling and pulled back here on ES, it does seem that we are going to head higher. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about taking this trade through that daily level. This daily level here, I'm pretty concerned about it. On ES, but who knows? Maybe I should just take the signals as and when they come. So, and if I get stopped out, then so be it. There is that aspect of it. Certainly is. So it comes down to looking at daily charts wasn't really a part of the strategy anyway. So NQ seems to want to head towards the highs from Friday, seeing up at 683. Certainly appears that way. Has NQ set up? Oh, NQ actually set up as well. That's interesting. NQ set up. Where's the target on NQ here? $7.15.25. 7.15. That's where the target is on the setup on NQ. Mm. So 7:15.25. Got the highs from Friday. Interesting. Got as high as 69 there. Very interesting. Can't see. Huh? All right, my first time here. Mm. You know what? I'm going to walk away. And the reason I'm... I said it earlier. I was going to walk away, but I'm still here. I am still here. You know what? I'm going to take the long on YM.
Order filled.
I'm going to take the long on YM for the 41,083. $9.33. Due to its relative strength, we'll see. Decide to take the long on YM. Who knows, in time it may prove to be the incorrect decision. Didn't see a lot of selling coming on ES at that level though. So may just place. You know what? We'll place the order. If we have a losing day, then we just have to accept it. Place an order at 600 here. And at 54 on NQ.
Order submitted.
So we'll keep these orders in. And what we'll do is, of course, if our targets are hit, then not sure what this blue line is though. Okay. It's a level from a long time ago. Not sure why it's there. Leave it for now. We'll see if price pulls back down to this 53 or if it gets that 715.25. If it does, then I'll have to, of course, have to close the position. And it's the same over here on ES. If we do get to the 1175, I'll of course have to close the position. Well, cancel the order, close the position. Same on NQ, cancel the order. RTY position, not RTY, YM position is not quite working for me at the moment. You can see here. We'll see. You see it was up 32 beforehand. Didn't see the huge selling I was expecting on ES. So I've decided to place an order to try and get in. Thought there'll be huge selling at the 600s. Hoping that we just don't, this isn't the case of us breaking the 600 by a couple of points and then we see the big selling. That's what the hope is at the moment. But we'll see. We will see. We'll see if that daily level holds. Market reverses. If that daily level holds on ES and the market reverses, could be a bad day as I'm going to be in ES, NQ, and YM. Could be a fairly bad day, but we'll see. We'll see here. We will see. Almost triggered into my ES position.
Order filled.
Triggered into it. $89.50. So it's 11.75. So I've been triggered into my couple of contracts on my NQ position.
Order filled.
There we go. 15.25. 15.25. $94.50. So now I'm in NQ, ES, and currently in a YM position. So we'll see here. We'll see. So there's a potential for this to be a bad day. Let's see how much we're risking here on YM 17. NQ 58. To give it at 75. And on ES, risking another 25. Maybe 26, to put 26. Altogether risking about 101,250. So that would be pretty much all of the profits from Friday. Which would be a little bit disappointing. Definitely be disappointing. But we decided to take a trade on, despite our concerns about that daily level around that 601, around the 675 here. Probably should just mark it on the chart. That daily level at 675. Yeah, so despite our concerns about the level, we decided to go long anyway, so we'll just have to accept what comes with it. If that means we lose 100 across the board, then so be it. So be it. Seems such an obvious level, though. It would have been an obvious level to target if you were long. But why wouldn't they have taken more profits up here and drive the market lower? Maybe this is their chance. Okay. Try not to let recency bias affect me here, but seen a fairly big move down there on NQ. You can see previously we realized 32, now we're down almost flat to negative on the day. Right into a bit of an overnight level on 674, about 674 on NQ here. Similar overnight level that we used to get out of our gold trade, which eventually did work itself out, but we'll see here. It seems that as we're pulling back on NQ and ES, that we are seeing buying here on YM. In the ideal world, I'd much rather get stopped out on YM because I've got the least amount of risk on that trade and actually realize profits on NQ, followed by ES. Time will tell. Time will tell. Again, if all of the trades hit stop loss, I'd lose about 101. Lose about 101. Could just round it up to 102. So 102 minus the realized, let's just say 31 that we've realized. Wouldn't be a great day, but wouldn't necessarily be the worst day in the world. Would not be the worst day in the world. Mm. Perfect. Actually, it looks like I'm about to be stopped out on YM. Oh no, still got some way to go, but going to mines here. Third bearish candle here on ES. Seems to have been a bit of a shift. Seen RTY head higher, but its partner instrument YM having some difficulties here. Seems these instruments are going for me. Okay, so we're back positive on ES, positive on NQ. Is YM positive? Almost. So we're up at 47 there, but that's unrealized, so we can't pay attention to that. RTY is the next instrument. Still got some ways to go to be positive though on RTY. Well, not positive, but to be considered ready to trade. Let's keep an eye on NQ because that represents the most risk. It's the most volatile and represents the most risk I have on at the moment. So I'm required to go through the highs of day from Friday on NQ, which is a little bit could be problematic. The highs of day from Friday sitting around the 83s here. I'm going to be required to go quite a bit above it to get towards the target at 1550. Gold is still strong. Pulled back to that 200. We've launched off there. Still heading higher here. Where it's looking at the moment, breaking out this consolidation. 2583. Should be an interesting level. Let's have a look. So Friday's high on gold, 48.4. Probably shouldn't have moved that. We had a level down at 41. So we're looking at 48.4 there on gold. Let's see if we get up there. Oh, so we're pulling back here. Let's see. Who's responsible? I believe it's YM. Yes, it's YM. YM's proven itself difficult. Was the strongest instrument this morning, but this morning pre-market, but it's proven itself difficult during regular trading hours here. Proven itself difficult. Just not following through. It's not following through. Let's have a look at the range is on NQ. So the range is still 162. Okay. So if we can get up to 80, if we can pick up to 80 here, we'd have had an extraordinary good day. If we can get up to 80. So what's required to get up to 80? Probably ideally, let's see, I think it's NQ, 62 on NQ. If we can get to target on NQ alone, we could actually achieve our objectives. Say we were to lose on YM, but pick up our target on NQ. Getting target on NQ should have ES in profits. We would definitely definitely have achieved our objectives. Definitely would have achieved an extraordinary day. Hoping that the market just hasn't decided to stall here and head back into the range. That's what the hope is. That's what the hope is. We're seeing RTY pull back here. Along with RTY, we've got YM. The Q's pulling back. We're coming to a pivotal period during the day, which is 11:30 New York, heading towards lunch. Anything can happen at this point. Could still have a fairly significant losing day. So despite the P&L and the open positions, fairly big losing days could still happen. So not a fan of prices hanging around here though, especially going into lunch. Seeing gold pull back. So we're up here, and that's despite YM being a bit of a laggard because of ES and NQ. If we can get to target on both the ES and the NQ, I'll be closing the YM position even if it's not at target. Just in 54 there. Let's think about this. Hit the 83s, try to get back in 63s. Definitely thinking about taking profits at Friday's highs here. And try to get back in lower. Definitely. So we're still talking at 715. Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay, dokie. So and target, another target says 715. That's not right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to target Friday's high at 83, and what the goal is there is to take profits at 83, get back in 20 points lower at 63 to target the 715, the original target from the setup. So the trade idea is based on the fact that I think if we do get to Friday's high, we'll pull back. I think 20 points is a reasonable pullback in these market conditions. And then I'll just get back in to go higher. So what I'll do is I'll manually exit on ES at the same time. And what the thinking there is that the pullback on NQ off the test of Friday's high, I believe there'll be some effect on ES. So what I'll do is likely put it in a pending order on NQ, 20 points lower at 63. Once that gets triggered, manually enter long on ES. Again, looking for that 1175 to the upside on ES. And we'll be looking for that 715.50 on NQ. But still a fair way to go here. Currently just traded 65s. I love it if NQ was to just break out to the upside. Was to see it look as strong as. So with that, the question must of course be, what about YM? Well, I'm going to allow YM to work in the background. I believe it'd be a bit too much to try to manage the ES, NQ, and the YM positions. So continue to allow YM to work unimpeded in the background. Goal at the moment is to just lock in some gains. Like I said, with the current volatility that I've seen on NQ here today, picking up anywhere close to 80 points would be a fantastic achievement. Absolutely fantastic. You can see here, NQ is a little bit non-compliant. Here. We'll stay patient and wait. Hoping that ES here can drag it up. Seems to be the opposite at the moment. So we do have a level around the 75 that I've marked out. Didn't quite get there actually. There's a risk here, especially this time of day, going into a bit of a consolidation range. RTY seems to be the next to want to set up here. I'm not sure if I would want to. Still having difficulties here on ES around that level on the daily chart. Not sure if I'd want to get into RTY until we've successfully navigated that 601 level on ES. Not sure. Seen a bit of a pullback in gold. Fortunately, it seems that we've gone into this sideways consolidation on ES. On the YM, seems more like it's setting up for a serious pullback. So this is why I wasn't too excited when we were at 54, because this could easily still turn around, result in a fairly significant losing day. That remains a possibility. Seems NQ slightly leading. Yes, just a slight bit. Not RTY, YM. Still acting a little bit problematic. So we're at 63 on NQ. Just need that 20 points here. This market. Is why I'm gonna lead the roll. Appears that way. RTY doesn't seem to want to roll at the moment. ES is consolidating around that big daily level of the 601. That's something I don't want to see, to be honest. I don't want to see the market go up, consolidate. Probably would like to see a shorter consolidation and continuation. The longer we consolidate here, more nervous I get. Because I'm concerned about possible rollover. Hmm. It's with these guys. Oh, right. Yeah, that's no boss. He's just in the laptop. All right, thanks. So we've got this divergence taking place here, where YM is going down, somewhat holding back the profits here, and Q is going up now anyway. We're at a key level on the daily chart that we can't seem to get away from. On ES, do we simply walk away? ES's inability to get away from that 600. I somewhat fear that I'm gonna let recency bias take a hold. You know what? That I'm going to see a big move down on ES. I'm going to use it as justification to close the positions. Rather than close here and actually be up. Hmm. Hmm. Could be closed here. Be flat on the day. Not be flat, but be up on the day. Or I could let the trade idea play itself out. Trade idea at the moment is predicated on NQ getting to 83 and testing the highs from Friday. That's where the current trade idea is at the moment. Seem to be struggling. Current highs at 78, so we need to break those highs by 5 points. There just doesn't seem to be the desire or the impulse in the market at the moment. Does the market need to go lower to attract buyers? At the moment, ES is at that key level around at 601. Struggling to head away from it. The 83 seems so close. Seems very obvious. We've got the divergence with YM. Exiting here in the 40s wouldn't be a bad day at all. Let's price trade up to the 68s. Is dogmatism gonna hold me back from common sense? Like we said, the previous highs are being 78, looking for 83. In fact, it seems that we traded through Friday's high in the overnight Asian session before pulling back as much as we did down to the 528s, which is interesting. Very interesting. You see, we just hit 57. $62. Seems we're heading up there. 78. 5 points away. I'm gonna manually exit my. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna manually exit the ES position once we hit 83.25 on ES, not ES, NQ. The plan is to get in 20 points lower. That's what the plan is. Oh, come on. Come on, like seriously. Got to 80. I'm looking for the price to get to 83 on NQ. So this is all predicated on NQ. We've got like audio alert set on. So once we get 83.25, the other audio alert will trigger. Then I'll manually exit here on ES. Market's just hanging around here. We got as high as 680 on NQ. Let's go over here. Let's show you. Got to 680. So broke the previous 78. Got to 680 by 2 points. Looking for Friday's highs to be tested. Goodness me. Is this going to be... Oh my word. 50 seconds to go to the close of the candle. We're seeing pullback here. Did I miss the chance? That's the question. Did I miss the chance? Price is pulled back down to the low 670s there. Got down to 672. We were up over 60. Goodness me. I'm trying to give this trade every chance to work. New candle. Let's see. So new candle around 73. Need 10 points on the new candle to the upside. New candle on NQ. Goal is to get out of ES if we hit 683.25. Oh, come on. Trying to stick with the position here. Who knows, this may be the wrong decision. Market could turn around. Waiting for this 683.25. Market could turn around. And I'll be further away from the goal. Well, I think if I get stopped out, especially on these positions. Oh, matter of fact, there was a... Goodness me. Look how quickly we've gone back to flat. Oh my word. There was a pullback entry on gold here. 645.7. 645.7. You can see I've gone negative because that's my realize. I've gone negative. All those gains given back up over a couple of points. Probably soon to be stopped out on YM. You know what? I'm going to exit the YM position early. Oh, come on. I might as well get out of that now. No, that's going. Hmm. Hmm. So literally 3 points. 3 points. Hmm. This will be interesting. This will be really interesting if it comes down to only 3 points. Because we're up in the 60s. Realized the loss on YM. Taking our realized down from essentially was 32 down to 18. Now it's a case of I need to make a decision. Is this market turning around or is this just going to be a pullback? You know what? I'm going to leave this trade. If this market turns around here, then I'll just have to accept it. I'll simply have to accept it. Losing days happen. I'm just going to set an alert. Matter of fact, I decided to take the. I need to think about this. You take the risk, right? If you decide to take the risk, but then again, maybe you take the 83s if they're given to you. Reset back at 63s for this, yeah. Maybe this pullback here was the pullback I was expecting off here. Came in a bit early, couple of points early. And if we get up there, we won't see that. Instead, we'll see a breakout. There is that risk. So maybe we target 30 points just for the sake of it. So we get 30 points. Try to get back in 63s. Sorry, the 15s. Who knows? See a lot more selling there on RTY. Matter of fact, I'm going to keep a close watch here. Let's see what gold is doing. You know what? Let's keep it where it is.
Order submitted.
Just going to place an order here on gold. Not sure if it's going to be triggered. So we have to come all the way down to 41.3 and target at 45.7. But if the price wants to come down quickly, get into this area, then I'll take it. Definitely missed the entry. But we'll see. We will see. Plan remains the same for ES and NQ. Closing the trade early on YM was a correct decision. In hindsight, price got down to 9.14. Stop was at 33. Exited around 50. So, problem I've got now is NQ. Will NQ actually go up and test Friday's highs up at 83? I've got the target set at 83.25. Got the ultimate target being up at 15.50 or 15.25. Plan still remains. Take profit. Friday's high. Get back in. Take profits. Our ultimate profits, our true profit target up at 15.50. So that remains the same. Of course, when we take profits at, if we can get there, of course, we have to say a big if. At the 83s, we'll be looking to simultaneously exit wherever we are on ES. And with a pending order sitting down lower on NQ, looking for a pullback. If that's triggered, look to go long. Likewise in ES. Don't believe we pulled back far enough to be triggered in. No, we haven't. Doesn't look like we're going to be filled in this gold trade, which is fine. Definitely need NQ to sustain higher prices here. Definitely would prefer a close above 55. This candle's looking a little bit problematic at the moment. A little bit problematic. Definitely problematic. Our gold seems it's going to break and make that run for that 45.7. Question's going to be, am I on the backside of the move up? Kind of feels like it at the moment. Especially with this that's failed. This candle's a bit of a failure. Where is it? This candle here. I don't want to get out premature. Certainly don't want to do that. But I'm not a fan of this current structure. Suppose the saving grace being we've broke this low here. We haven't closed below it at 32. We've had several tests below it, but we haven't closed below it, so I suppose that's a bit of a saving grace. But again, anything can happen. This market could easily just turn around within one candle or even a minute, flush down, clear out these lows before going higher and testing the 83.25s around our previous day's high, previous trading day, which was from Friday. So we'll wait. We'll wait. Seems I must be triggered now. Am I? About to be triggered into a long on gold.
Order filled.
So I'm long gold. Stop down at 36.9. Target at 45.7. We'll see. We will see. So this trade on gold is a re-entry long. So it's a re-entry long. So we'll see. We'll see. Potentially risking 20 to make 20 points. Great if I could pick up these 20 points. There's no guarantees though. Could still lose 20 here. Lose 58 over here. Lose 25 over here. So there is still the potential to have a big losing day. The potential remains. The potential remains. It's not my desire. It's not my goal. Do have to bear it in mind though. Do have to bear it in mind. Some might say market pulling back. Why would you still go long? Argument is still a little bit of room there to the upside. Now looking at it. Well, it is a pullback long, so I decide to take it. Target slightly below pre-market highs by just a fraction. Matter of fact, the market opened up here for selling off over 250, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Price are at 61, so still got fairly long way to go towards that 83. Still got fairly long way to go. In my ideal world, volatility will pick up to the upside here. We'll break the 80s, pick up the 83.25s. Be very happy with that. Fortunately, it seems that this gold trade is not our friend at the moment. It's not our friend. Failure here, failure again. Seems he's having another failure there. Does this want to roll? Successive failures. Close to a high. You know what? So tempting to close the position, but it's not part of the plan. Stick with the plan. Stick with the plan. Okay, I'm just gonna have to accept that I'm possibly gonna lose. This will be over 20. It's like 23 points. I don't think I've accepted it yet. Failure, failure. Double top failure. So ES seems to be heading higher a lot quicker than NQ at the moment. So I'm hoping NQ gets its skates on, as some would say, follow suit, and go on to test Friday's highs. Seems that ES is about to attack the highs well before NQ attacks its highs. NQ is still lagging. Okay, so gold, that pending order is looking a lot better now. as we've hit 43. Still quite a bit to go, actually. Because 2.2, it brings us up to 43.5. It's about halfway to target. Just like that, everything started to go against me. Both gold, ES, and NQ. So we got over 50%. Oh, we're over 50% of the way there. So looking for that break here of this high at 44.4. Are there any major? Yeah, there are. Problem is where the target is. We've got these highs, we've got these highs. So definitely some headwinds ahead of us. Definitely got some headwinds ahead of us. But we're undeterred at the moment. RTY appears to be struggling a little bit after the strong performance up. The problem is we've been hanging around these highs on ES for far too long. Even though like this move up, The thing is, we just can't seem to get away from that 600. It's acting like a bit of a cap. Hmm. Really thinking I should just get out of this. We've had several chances. Okay, so candle close up at 44. Retesting these highs up here. Now we can see a breakout with some volatility above the 44.4. This is where I'm caught in a couple of minds here. I know we've got the pre-market highs here before we had this sell-off around at 45.8 all the way down to the 24s. Also have these highs here as well, which is around about that same region. We're pretty close. Do I simply bank the profits I have, or do I stick with the plan? That's the question. Gold is not gold. ES still looks a bit bullish here, but the problem is NQ. What I need from NQ to get to that 83, and it's just lagging. It is very frustrating. NQ is very frustrating because we're pretty much been hanging around my entry at 53 now for quite some time. I would have thought the failure to follow through could see a pretty quick reversal higher, probably to at least at 74, after which possibly enough momentum to break the highs. But we've retraced and gone it sideways. Not a fan. Whereas ES looks a lot more bullish, but ES was a lot more bullish on the day anyway. ES had a lot more strength coming in. So I do have to keep bearing that in mind, and it doesn't mean there's like always going to be perfect correlation between the two. Sometimes it works in my favor, sometimes not. What's going on with gold? So gold is still hanging around here. I need a quick break and a move towards the highs. It's been difficult. 44.5 is a high, so we're at 44.3 at the moment. In a way, I'm hoping that we don't have sellers just camping out up there at the 44s, between 44.4 and 45. Okay, so we just broke it there. 44.5. Let's see if we can get some quick accelerated momentum to the upside. $45. This is what I want to see. No sellers. 43.7. Sorry, 45.3, 45.4. 3 ticks away. Goodness me. 3 ticks away. Yep, we got as high as 45.5, which is 2 ticks away. Back up to 62 here. 4 again. We got as high as 5. 6.
Target
There we go. Fantastic. Picked up 22 there on gold. Locked in up to 40. Currently only in the ES and NQ positions. These, I don't think these are going to get to target today. I really don't. So we said if we picked up 80, it's a pretty good performance on the day. So about 13 away. Oh, matter of fact, if we get to target here, if we get to target here, based on what I've seen so far, we would be up to 80. So if we can get to that 83.25, I'll manually close my ES position. And from there, we're probably going to achieve my desired outcomes. Of course, target would have been at 715.25. And in reality, I should wait for that level. But the difficulties encountered today, and also on ES here, the target is 1175. The difficulties I've encountered today, I'm a bit, I just want to put a line underneath today because the market's been slow, it's been chopping around, suffered the losses on YM. So I definitely want to just leave today in a rear view mirror, especially this difficult level around at 675 level from the daily chart. So I'm just going to get ready to get out of the position here. Again, manually exiting ES, provided we get to target here of the 83.25 on NQ. So hoping that happens fairly quickly. ES is already testing its highs. Ideally, I would have liked both instruments to be at the highs at the same time, but that isn't to be the case. ES is going to be testing the highs while NQ is quite a bit away from that 83.25 I'm looking for, which is not great because these could pull back and drag this down. Just manually waiting here. You know what? NQ's the leader. Let's keep an eye on NQ. So 72. It's about 11 points away. Hoping that we can see a pickup in momentum as we run towards the highs. Problem we've got is currently fairly close to the highs here on ES. Fairly close. There we are, up to the highs on ES. Was in Q. Q still quite a bit away, 9 points away. 9 points away, come on. 9 points away, still hanging around at 74, come on. See, we were up to 71. See? This thing is absolutely... Don't start pulling back from the 75s now. Don't do that. Not again. Not again. New candle. 0550s. I'm going to put an alert at 0575 here. Oh, come on. Why is NQ so problematic? We can see this is pretty bad risk reward, but the original target was up at 715. 715.25. The way how price action has been, I don't think I'm going to wait all the way for price to get all the way up there. Definitely not. Oh, come on, we've tested the level multiple times. Just get through it. What is this? Come on. Just get through the level. Like, seriously, come on, get through the level, man. Come on. Previous high being 80, so. Just want to test off Friday's high. Is that too much to ask? Certainly feels like it at the moment. Certainly feels like it. What I needed to do is just break the backs of the bears. That's what I need right now. I need a move up that breaks the backs of the bears. Quick move to probably say the 94s. Again, previous day being Friday, the highs are around the 83s. That's where my target is. The true target that I should be using for today is up at 715.25. That's the one-to-one target on the entry here. But the fact that if we get to this level, I'll actually, let's see what the daily range is. The daily range 162 points. The fact that I'll get 50% of the daily range, the current daily range on NQ, that's enough for me to think it's been a good day, even though psychologically it's been difficult. And I'll just walk away. So even though it's not the 715.25, do get it. It'll be a good day in terms of the amount of points picked up in relation to the range on NQ at the time of trading. So of course the range could expand after, but at the time it's currently 162.75. So again, we're in the 70s here. Just looking to pick up those 10 points. What's ES doing? ES is still hanging around at the highs. I don't understand why it's so difficult to pick up these 10 points. We need to punish these longs. Not these longs, these shorts. I'm actually long. We need to punish these shorts that are short in this bullish market. Oh, matter of fact, we're into resistance on NQ as well. So we're into resistance on the ES chart and into resistance on the NQ chart. Should have been more aware of that, actually. Probably explains it. Let's have a look here. I need to be quick about this as well. NQ, the highs is 917.17. 17.17. The target was at 15.25. Yeah, that's pushing it a little bit. Could say that's pushing it. 77. 6 points away. Let's get prepared. Hold on a second here. What's going on? Seen a breakout. What was that? Okay, so that's a move above the 80s. Looking for those 3 points here. Come on, pick up those 3 points. We just hit 80.25, I just saw. I'm going over to ES. Getting ready to get out. What did we do? We hit 82.50. Oh, come on. What sort of thing is this? We're going to hit 82.50. You know what? No, we're not going to do this. We are not doing this. We are not going to allow this to come back for 2 ticks. Forget that. Absolutely not.
Target filled.
The target got filled there, so going to manually
Order
close that
filled.
position. So manually closed the ES position there. The original target being at 1175. Manually closed it. Looks like it may get there, but I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I'm no longer in the market. We're going to see this breakout here, of course. And I've got out on the target being hit there up at the 83.25s on ES. Picked up 34.2 there, looks like. Let's go 34.2. So we may go on to hit the original target that we were looking at around the 715.25. That was the designated target. We may get up there. And on ES, the 1175, 61175. But I'm no longer in the market, so it is what it is at this point. Those were the designated targets. I think psychologically I'm far too drained to wait for those targets. Matter of fact, it may actually happen pretty soon here. Trading at 08s, 1175. Who knows? 09s. Seems a breakout is taking place, so definitely looks like I'm going to be leaving quite a bit on the table. But I'm happy with the overall P&L. Picking up 87.565, 87.565 on a market. The current range is 162.75. I'm fairly happy with that. 50% of the daily range on a slower day. Why not? The range is starting to expand. Start to expand a little bit up to 170. So that means that if the range is expanding, that means we've gone through the pre-market highs. Yes, we have. Okay. Got a major level on it from a daily chart perspective. Right there. Up at the 17s. But it should be up at 17 to be fair. There's the original target up at the 15.25s. I've gotten out at 83.25. We've just seen prices pretty much hit 700. Is that correct? 699.75. Might as well say 700 there. So that's at least 17 points left there. Over here, we've gotten out at about 07. Price have hit 10. Original target's at 1175. Well, we've already hit our goal target. YM, we're no longer interested after the loss we suffered. 12.75. It's an alright loss actually. It's a pretty small loss. RTY just didn't set up. 10.25 there. Within a couple of ticks of the target. NQ is seeing a breakout that I'm not currently a part of. Makes me start to think, am I a bit impatient? Through here, due to the fact that I had to suffer through all of this, did my impatience, well, you know, my impatience is definitely going to cost me here. Definitely appears that the market wants to head towards the 15.25. So that is 32 points. That would give us a pretty big day. I think looking at it would be a pretty big day if we were to have been in the position. Definitely pick up over 100 on the day. Do we want to start messing with our risk reward for improved accuracy, but in the long term it's not going to be good for us? Because if we have high accuracy but our average winners is quite small compared to the average loser, average winner is quite small compared to the average loser, then this doesn't work. This does not work. I've done it enough times to know it will not work. I've done it enough times to know it does not work. Negative risk reward does not work. For me anyway. I can't speak for anyone else. I'm sure there are probably traders out there that it does work for. But for me, over a longer period of time, it doesn't work. It does not work. So, the very first plan was to get back in at 63 to target the 715s. That was the very first plan. To get out 83s, get back in 63s to target the 715s. And would use NQ as a guide, as a leader, to get back into ES positions. See, we've hit 5, 10, 25. You can see just there, middle right of the screen where the cursor is. Somehow I doubt this market's going to pull all the way back down to the 63s to get back in. Then again, you never know. If we got in at 63, we get out at say 95, we would have picked up enough points to accumulate it across multiple positions to equal what we would have got if we would have just got in, stayed the course. Well, the video is 2 hours and 53 minutes long. I think that should be long enough. I'm not going to spend the entire afternoon trading. I've got decision fatigue at the moment. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading.